Funko just announced a brand new limited edition collectibles available through the fan rewards program. There's a whole section on the Funko website if you're not signed up yet, and make sure to do so because the extremely rare pops will only be available there. Here's the first announcement, and there's lots to talk about, pros and cons. The general reaction seems to be a little bit iffy for the most part. Some people see it as Funko's opportunity to take more money, and others worry about the difficulty of keeping up. And of course, number one concern, scalpers. A lot of Funko scalpers have been hanging in the Pokemon community lately, and it's time for their return with these limited edition pops. 8 new categories, Supreme, Elite, Ultra, Royalty, and Legendary pops will all be available in select retailers and through the fan rewards program. Then the Grails, Mythical, and Ultimate pops will only be available through the fan rewards program. On Funko's official announcement, they also stated that the Ultimate pops can include pieces smaller than 99 and even be one-of-one pops. They also stated you will be able to see a calendar on the Funko website starting in April for all of these new drops. You may notice the small price increase for all the retail stores slowly creeping up to the $40 price point, which by the way is still a steal for the 1,000 and 2,000 piece exclusives. So finding those in the wild could be absolutely nuts. Huge W, but the retails for Grail, Mythic, and Ultimate are clearly for the more hardcore collectors, but man, that's still expensive for a Funko Pop, especially retail. I definitely worry about the Grail, Mythic, and Ultimate items on the resale market. If Funko is already charging a ton for retail, the resellers are going to want to make an even bigger profit most likely, and it's impossible to guess prices for items that haven't even been shown off yet, but I wanted to kind of compare some past exclusive pops to hopefully get a better understanding of what the future may look like. A good comparison are the NFT pops because it is essentially the same idea, but cutting the middleman of the NFTs to just outright purchasing the pops. NFT pops have been releasing since 2021, and all of them have an exclusive production run. We're going to look at 2 examples from each year, and keep in mind this is just to help pinpoint possible resale prices for specific piece counts for these new pops. The reality though is that the NFT pops in these new exclusives are completely dependent on character/show popularity and real world production runs. For example, some NFT pops may have had less physical redemptions, and on top of that, I just chose some examples that I kind of thought were cool, and these prices are also from Hobby BD Pop Price Guide as of March 2025, and recent eBay sales ranging from the end of 2024, but mostly from the beginning of 2025 up until present day. But even if you're watching this in the future, although this might not be accurate to you, maybe some of the pops are the same to be honest, but this will still give you an idea of how these pop prices ramp. The first set in 2021 was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All these have a ton of value. It could be because it's the first NFT pops, but also TMNT slaps, and it's always had an insanely strong presence in the collecting world. But 3 pops with 1,467 piece exclusives, which by the way would set them in the legendary category, making them possible to find in select stores. But the Shredder and Casey PPG being around $200 and selling on eBay for a little under is really great for the wave. Bebop for $400 is absolutely nuts, but shows the potential for popular characters. The Leonardo is such a sick and iconic pop, 999 piece exclusive selling for $500 to $700 on eBay with a PPG of $500. Yeah, it's a popular and rare one. Fits with the idea that 999 piece exclusives can totally have potential to hit the $500 to $1,000 price point. It's also worth noting the Freddy Funko is also selling for way higher than most Freddys on the resale market, but that's an impressive price nonetheless. 2022 was the first full year of NFT pops, so these examples are some popular ones from the year. The Last Airbender / Korra and Power Rangers. This is a good example of Power Rangers being on the lower side of the price points for exclusive pops, and The Last Airbender proves its popularity with some insane prices. All the Power Rangers 1,875 piece exclusives are on the cheaper side, but Zordon and Megazord are decently healthy prices for their rarities. But not surprising, the Green Ranger actually going for 3 to 6 times the price of the rest of the wave. Could be due to Jason David Frank love, but rightfully so. Then for The Last Airbender, the Painted Lady pop being a crazy outlier for a 2,000 piece pop, consistently selling for $320 to $350 on eBay. I'd keep your eye out on that one. But most of the wave shows the 2,000 piece counts being close to the $60 price point for the most part. Fire Nation Aang, another would-be grail, nearly reaching the 1K mark, and I have seen it sell for $1,000 at one point in time, but right now consistently $700 and $900, depending on the seller and condition, shipping, stuff like that. This one's a grail piece, but it's a good indicator of what some iconic rare piece counts can bring to the table. 2023 House of the Dragon and Adventure Time both have very healthy waves as well. The 2,600 piece count pops selling for around $60, Vagar being the outlier, but only has 1,990 physical redemptions out of the 3,500 count. But this wave has another 999 piece pop, with Daemon consistently staying at the $300 to $400 range. Similarly, the rare pops for Adventure Time, slightly more limited than House of the Dragon, are selling for a little more, so we can see the power of 1,600 to 2,600 piece exclusives and the potential that the resell that they could potentially have. The 999 Finn, the human, is selling pretty low in comparison to other 999 piece exclusives, but they definitely still hold value. But looking at 2024, the Rick and Morty and Universal Monsters are some of the most recently shipped out NFT pops, so these are fresh to market. The 999 Rick and 2 Crows and the 999 Frankenstein holding the waves at low 200s up to $300. And then the rest are selling for prices that are ballpark for the piece count. So with this in mind, I would expect the new limited exclusive pops to have similar resale value to these NFT pops. Maybe a little more if the retail is like extremely high, but it'll be really interesting to see where the ultimate pops land on the resale market. A few examples of past numbered pops that will kind of help show the potential these huge characters have if given a rare pop. 2018 San Diego Comic-Con Robin from Stranger Things has an 1,800 piece count, but its PPG is $270. The Cuphead Devil Black 2018 pop, 500 piece exclusive, has a PPG of $400. And then some pops dip, like the 2,000 piece exclusive 2020 NYCC Umbrella Academy Young Ben. It used to be a $200 pop, pretty much up until the final season dropped, and now you can find it for $90. So be wary that pops can definitely dip, especially if the popularity of a show decreases. But a recent example of a 1,000 piece count is the 2024 NYCC Wolverine. 2 versions, but the official sticker does have a PPG of $240. And if you want some super rare outlier comparisons, we have the 2022 Hall H exclusives, all 500 piece exclusives. Not the best details, but the exclusivity truly takes hold here. Johnny Lawrence at a PPG of $340 and Shang-Chi at $240. Then the unreleased Ahsoka has a crazy price of $1,000. With all of them handed out at Funko events and raffles, unreleased pops continue to have a heavy market and prove that people are truly willing to pay hefty prices for grail pops. And are you scared of the potential of the ultimate 99 piece exclusive yet? Because I got news for you. This can be scary. In 2019, Funko released an 80-piece gold Luke Skywalker from The Last Jedi for their Freaky Tiki event. You can do a deep dive and find an online document where lots of people continue to record where all of them landed, and they are extremely difficult to find these days, and that PPG is $5,650. And if you want a story time in the future, I could make separate videos about the next 2 pops. Freddy Funko as Venom, aka Frenum, the 24-piece pop with a PPG of $26,980. Quick spark notes, one guy managed to get his hands on 18 out of the 24 right after it released, and he kind of ended up setting his own prices. I believe he gave away and sold most of them by now, but he ended up getting like vacations, he got like 2 Escalades, he got 6-digit deals. Marketing genius, but also the root cause to all my nightmares. But this really does go to show how resellers could affect the market, especially if the release of these new pops aren't controlled well. But quick last mention of the golden ticket 2-pack, 10 pieces, 4 given away with golden tickets, and known to be one of the most iconic pops of all time with a PPG $163,440. Yeah, the PPG really doesn't matter for these last 2. It's more however much someone is willing to spend. But there are pops that could buy you a house, and ultimately, these pops have potential to change someone's life in the future, but mostly these bring back the competitive edge for Funko Pops, because the only competitive edge like these days is literally for chases. Convention stickers don't really have the same power that they used to. Seeing more small production runs honestly gets me really excited to make my collection even more exclusive. This may light the fire under me. I'm personally so hyped for this, so definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments of where you think the price point and the resale aspect will truly take shape in these brand new exclusive pops. Oversaturation is also another concern of mine, especially for the Supreme to Royalty pops. if they make too many of these pops and they're not very desirable characters, they may end up sitting. Today, March 28th, Wondercon 2025 took place, and over an hour into the it's been like 4 or 5 hours now, I'm pretty sure it's still up, but there was one pop, Toy Story 5,000 piece exclusive, comfortably sitting on the website, and they're selling it for $25 in a protector. It's essentially an unlabeled ultra pop, and I also believe there was another pop that was floor only that was literally one of these like they labeled it as one of these exclusive. It's just an early version, so it still has the WonderCon stickers and everything like that. But sitting on the website for hours, is this an early sign of what's to come for the upcoming lower end pops? Overall, I understand some people's concerns, but I do think this is a good move for Funko. They've been needing to make more numbered limited exclusive pops, and although I think the best way would have been through convention releases, at least everyone can have a shot at these. I'm super excited about these pops, but I already know the website will be failing me when I need it the most. I also hope they make these stickers or pops difficult to replicate to avoid fakes. They did state there will be holographic stickers in a variety of colors, but you know what? There's still so much up in the air. We have no idea how often they want to release new waves or characters. But what pops do you guys want to see show up as part of this new power move by Funko? Are you guys excited? Nervous? I'm not sure how to feel. All I know is that if they make an Ahsoka pop, it's gonna be a mandatory cop into the collection. We will always have to keep an eye out for some of our favorite characters, that's for sure. But definitely stay tuned, subscribe, because we will be doing more of these Funko drops. I will definitely be keeping up with all of this news as well, keeping an eye out for some of our faves. But definitely leave all your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm super interested in hearing everyone's opinions of this new Funko system. But other than that, have a fantastic rest of your day, my friends. See you guys in the next one. Bye!